Hello Internet, it's me Josh, the Aging Gamer. So, it's almost Halloween. It's time to get spooky! Ooh! It's actually this time of the year that I like to go through my collection of horror movies and just get in that Halloween spirit.
That's the prime time, bitch!
Give it a shot. Motherfucker.
But Halloween can be fun without all the unnecessary gore and violence, I guess. For example, around this time of year, I also like to watch the non-slasher Halloween-ish movies, like The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Addams Family, Beetlejuice, and one of my personal favorites, that Scooby-Doo Halloween special where Shaggy gets turned into a werewolf and has to do some crazy, wacky racer stuff to get turned back to normal. Another favorite is Ghostbusters. Released in 1984, Ghostbusters was a massive hit. It's a fun supernatural comedy that follows three scientists who start a ghost catching business called the Ghostbusters. The movie stars Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, the late Harold Ramis, Sigourney Weaver, Ernie Hudson, and Rick Moranis. It's a fun movie through and through. It saw a lot of success, and the movie led to a crazy amount of merchandise, toys, a sequel, cartoons, and one of the catchiest songs ever. And of course, there was a variety of video games, and since it's the month of spookiness, let's go ahead and check one of them out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ghostbusters for the NES. Look at that logo. Beautiful. And listen to what happens when you press the start button. Wonderful presentation. I'm sure the rest of the game is going to be just as fantastic. What the hell am I even looking at? So, I suppose we're just gonna go ahead and play as the Ghostbusters logo. So, you move around and, oh shit, look at these ghosts. Have you ever seen something so terrifying? I assume I'm supposed to stop these ghosts from reaching the Zuul building. That makes sense, right? Anyway, moving over the ghost freezes them, but it doesn't get rid of them. We'll ignore these ghosts for now, so what the hell do we do? When we move against a building, it might flash red. That means there's ghosts there, so let's bust those ones. But you can't. You gotta buy a beam. You know, the Ghostbusters' signature weapon. Yeah, the Ghostbusters are unprepared and unarmed. So let's go to that shop building. What? I was just in front of the building. Why do I have to drive there? And now that I think about it, why do they show the Ghostbusters car, the Ecto-1, here, but not on the map where they're actually moving around buildings? Would it have been that hard for the developers to flip a sprite for each direction of the car or something? So back to this driving section. You have to drive anytime you want to enter any area from the map. And while driving, you have to watch out for the other cars on the road. If you hit them, you lose money. Yeah, you have to collect money in this game. There's also oil drums on the road. Hit those to get more gas in your car, cause yeah, you have to watch out for your fuel too. You also see ghosts on the road. The driving in this game is of course very broken. If you move slow, you use less fuel. If you go faster, you use more fuel. Makes sense, but if you go as fast as you possibly can, this broken game will use less fuel than if you were just going at a moderate speed. It makes no sense, but because of this, there's really no reason not to go as fast as possible. You reach your destination faster, and you use less fuel. Anyway, once we reach the shop, you'll see a variety of items to purchase. You absolutely need the capture beam and capture traps if you want to enter any of the buildings, so you have to get those. There's also a beam upgrade, a trap upgrade, a ghost vacuum that lets you capture the ghost you'll see on the road, a ghost alarm that alerts you which buildings are being haunted, and there's also a sound generator, anti-ghost suit, and ghost food that's used for a later part of this game. We'll talk about that later. Let's just grab our necessities and go. By the way, who doesn't love that Ghostbuster theme song by Ray Parker Jr.? I hope you do, because that's the only song that plays in this game. It's just on a continuous loop, over and over and over and over and over and over. This NES version of the song is just ingrained in my brain now. So the ghosts are still flying towards the Zuul building. And shouldn't it be the Gozer building, not Zuul? The more time goes on, the more the PK energy levels increase. Once they reach a certain point, we can enter the Zuul building. But until then, we want to earn as much money as we can to get as much gear to prepare us for that Zuul building level. How do we make money? By capturing ghosts. Here's a flashing building, let's go. Let's drive some more. And just a heads up, depending on how much you wander around the map, the more distance you'll have to travel the next time you get in your car. Once we reach our destination, we get our first look at the Ghostbusters. Ugh, these graphics. I mean, this would be fantastic looking if this were on the Atari, but this is the NES. There's higher standards. So as the Ghostbusters walk on screen, you can drop the trap wherever you want. Press the A button to shoot the beam, or the B button to switch to the opposite Ghostbuster. When the ghosts get close enough, shoot them with your beam to stun them to bring them over to the trap. Press A to trap them. Get multiple ghosts at a time to get a bigger cash bonus. You only have a certain amount of time in these little scenes, so try to be quick. Also, don't cross the streams. So that was fun, right? Not really. And to make it worse, if you captured a bunch of ghosts and want to capture some more, you have to go to the Ghostbuster headquarters to drop off the ghost you already captured. Wow, I'm really happy this game focuses on all the fun stuff from the movie. And this is basically it. You just keep doing the same thing over and over again. You're just trying to make more money so you can get some of those expensive items, but some of those items are just crazy expensive. $20,000 for an anti-ghost suit? $100,000 for the sound generator? Who the hell has time for that kind of grinding? That's ridiculous! And you know what else is ridiculous? If you're low on gas, you can go to the gas station, but of course, you have to drive there. You'll end up running out of gas before you reach the gas pump. That defeats the whole purpose of it all. If you run out of gas at any point in the game, the Ghostbusters just pull over, fuel the car, then get set back to the map screen. You might as well just skip the gas station altogether, wing it, and let your car run out of gas. It's such a dumb feature to add to this game. I just want to be the Ghostbusters and bust some ghosts. I don't want to be driving around worrying about how much fuel's in my car or how I should be saving up money for items I should already have. This game is very, very tedious. So eventually the Zuul building will open and we enter. If you waste too much time though, the Marshmallow Man will start crushing buildings and such. If you have less than $10,000, you get a game over. And just look at this. Does this look like the Ghostbusters to you? Guys in green suits and hats? Honestly, this looks more like an NES version of Luigi's Mansion than it does Ghostbusters. But anyway, this part of the game, this stairway to the top of the building, actually makes the previously mentioned stuff I talked about look fun. So we're 3 of the Ghostbusters, and we gotta climb these stairs all the way to the top. So even though we could move around just fine in the previous section, here you have to continuously tap the A button to move. Seriously, you have to tap the hell out of that button. My thumb is already tired, and I'm only on the 3rd floor. You'll see the same ghosts from before fly around, but you can't do anything to them. You can't use your beams here for whatever reason, and you're just totally defenseless. You have to do your best to dodge while climbing. If you get hit 3 times, you're dead. If you picked up some of that ghost food, all the ghosts will slowly gravitate towards it, but it only stops them for maybe 1 floor climb. It's practically useless. And since there's 4 ghosts on the screen, even if you get the sound generator, which slows them down, or the anti-ghost suit that allows you a few extra hits, it's still a pain in the ass to get through. This button tapping to move while trying to dodge is just the worst. And yeah, once you die, you're dead. You have to start from the very beginning, square one. My thumbs hurt and I lost. Screw this game. There's no possible way to get through this, right? Well, having a turbo controller will make things easier. It's even mentioned in the strategy tips section of the game manual. Why would they design the game like this unless they were trying to sell some Ghostbuster turbo controller or something? But luckily there's a glitch in this game. So when climbing the stairs, usually around the 3rd or 4th floor, there's a ghost that hides behind one of the doors. If you first get hit by the floating ghost twice, then get spooked by this door ghost, you'll have up to 256 hit points, enough to get to the top. So, how do we get back to the stairway? Well, restart the game and just wait for the Zuul building to open. that's it. And though it's great that there's a nice little trick to get up the stairs, it makes everything that we've talked about, every little thing, it's just absolutely irrelevant. The staircase is nearly impossible to beat legitimately, and if you use the stairway glitch, then you don't need to grind for money to buy those items that are supposed to help you. Just turn on the game, wait for the building to open, then activate the glitch. So, I do it. It takes a few tries though, because the door ghost doesn't always appear, but I do it. Now let's climb those stairs. Jesus, how long is this staircase gonna be? Oh, now they run. So here we are, the end of the game. It's just us versus Gozer, and Zuul, and Vince. And wait, wasn't there 3 Ghostbusters? We went from 2 to 3 to back to 2? Anyway, there's just shit flying all over the place. Aim for Gozer while trying to avoid getting blasted. Gozer will send out ghosts that will get in the way, but keep on shooting. If things get a bit too hectic, you can move down the screen, which will lead you here. You'll see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man climbing the side of the building. If he reaches the top, it's game over. So try and hurry up. Hit Gozer enough times, and we win. Look at this infamous ending screen. Congratulations! You have completed a great game. Yeah, right. And prove the justice of our culture. What the hell does that even mean? Now go rest our heroes. And that's Ghostbusters for the NES. Ay, so this is honestly one of the worst NES games I've ever played. It's got some interesting ideas that could have worked if properly implemented, but they just aren't. The game is tedious and unnecessarily difficult because of it. It's a real slap in the face of the Ghostbuster franchise. I mean, where's all the characters? Is this supposed to be Venkman, Stantz, and Spengler? Is this supposed to be Slimer? Where's Winston? Why does this gameplay have to be so convoluted and nonsensical? Why does this game have to look so awful? Like there's no variety in Ghost or anything. The one here is the most basic looking Dollar Tree decoration cutout of a ghost I've ever seen. This game just... No, this is not a Ghostbusters game at all. There is a sequel on the NES, New Ghostbusters 2, that's a bit better, but that's another review for another day. As for this game, it's scary. Scary bad. But these are just my opinions. What do you guys think? What do you think of Ghostbusters for the NES? You love it? You hate it? Let me know in the comments below. I thank you guys for watching this video. Like if you like, don't like if you don't like, whatever. Subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. I'll see you guys all on the next one. Thank you again.